welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be an empties, and as with every empties by every beauty blogger ever, you have to do the disclaimer because sometimes people seem to get real upset when a product didn't work for you but it worked for them because it worked for them, it has to work for you, right? No, sometimes products just don't work on other people even if they worked for you. So I'm going to be letting you guys know if these products worked for me and if I'm going to be repurchasing them because beauty is subjective. And disclaimer, here we go. We are going to start with my favorite beauty product of all time, and that is mascara. And the first one I'm going to talk about is my holy grail, and this is the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. I believe the first person who got me hooked on this was Carly Carly. You guys know who I'm talking about. It has replaced my other previous holy grail, which is the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume Exact. I always have such a hard time saying it. And this gives me such great length. It separates, it doesn't flake, it doesn't make my lashes, crunchy and flaky and disgusting feeling. You guys know what I'm talking about. I just absolutely love this, and I've already repurchased it, and I will continuously repurchase it because I just think it is a magnificent product. The next mascara I have is the L'Oreal Voluminous Butterfly. I do have a review on this. I will link it down below. I really enjoyed this mascara even though I had such a hard time figuring out how to actually apply it. But I think the major issue that I had with this particular mascara is that it did flake and it did kind of leave my lashes feeling a little on the crunchier side. I still enjoyed this mascara enough on its own, and I liked pairing it with other mascaras so that it wouldn't flake as much, but I would probably repurchase this again. I wouldn't have any issues repurchasing it, so yeah. After that, I have the Rimmel Scandalize Rocking Curves Mascara that I got from Influenster for testing purposes. I have an unboxing. I will link that down below. And, I really liked this at first. It was a great mascara. It volumized, it lengthened. It was everything I wanted in a mascara. However, the more I used it, the more I ended up kind of not really enjoying it as much. I kind of stopped picking it up because the wand is just so ridiculous. Like, it's huge. It's so hard to work with at times, and the more I used it, the more I saw my lashes getting clumped up to a point where I didn't like it. Like, I like clumpy lashes, so it's bad when I don't like how clumpy it gets, so I will not be repurchasing this. Also in this empties, I do have some products that didn't really work for me, so they're not exactly empty, but they are either old or I just really didn't like them so much that I put them in my empties. I stopped trying to like them. There was no hope. So one of those products is the Wet n Wild H2O Proof Liquid Eyeliner. If you guys watch my very first get readies with me and things like that, you saw that I was using this in those videos, and I really did like it. I mean, the precision it gave me, I was having such a hard time. That's like my third time saying that word. The precision it gave me, I really enjoyed it. I really like felt tip liners, and that's what this was. But after owning it for a little while, it just kind of started to get goopy and really hard to work with. And when it says waterproof, it really means that it's waterproof. This bad boy was not going anywhere even after showers. Can you hear my cat? She wants to be let in. She wants attention all the time, except when she's on the bed, she just wants to play. She doesn't want to cuddle. This is like her play zone, so I don't want her messing with my garbage. Back to business. Will I be repurchasing this? No, I will not. We're gonna make our way to face products. As you guys may notice, I actually did organize my empties this time. Usually I just pick right on out of the bag and then that's that. But today we're gonna be a little bit organized. Just a little bit. So this is the CoverGirl True Blend Foundation in the shade 4. As you can see, this is nowhere near my shade. What I did was, this was my stage makeup. So you guys probably don't know, but I do have a history with theater. I used to be in shows a lot in high school, and I acted a little bit throughout college. Not a lot, but just a little bit. And so when you're on stage, you need a foundation that's a little bit darker than your normal skin tone, just so that you don't look, you know, washed out and kind of sick and that kind of stuff on stage. So you buy a darker foundation, and that's what this was. And you can see it was 50% off, and that's why I purchased this specific brand. I no longer enjoy the CoverGirl True Blend formula on my skin. I don't know. I'm really with the Maybelline Fit Me foundations. I really enjoy those. When I wore foundation before that came into my life, this specific kind was definitely my go-to when I wore foundation, but I never really wore foundation that much. I will not be repurchasing this. We have another Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in 15 Fair. I've had one of these in my previous ones, I believe, one of my previous empties. I absolutely love this. This does a great job at concealing my under eyes and concealing problematic areas around my face. I have repurchased this, and I will continue to repurchase this until something better comes along, which I highly doubt it. And the last foundation sort of product that I have is this very old Wet n Wild Coverall Cover Stick. This is so old. This was when I first started, you know, getting into foundation and cover up and concealing my under eye circles, because they were really bad, and I didn't want to delve into something more expensive just in case it was something that I found that I didn't like. So I went with the cheaper brand. I went with Wet n Wild, and normally I really like Wet n Wild. They're a great brand overall. You know, I thoroughly enjoy them. However, this was a product that I did not enjoy by them. And to start off, the color was a little bit too pink for my skin tone. I am a little bit more neutral, more yellow toned than pink toned, so this stuck out like a sore thumb on my skin. It was really thick, and it's so hard to apply. Like, this was not creamy in the least on my skin. It really tugged at it. I really wasn't digging it. So this is one of those products that was not finished up, but just wasn't working for me. It's old, it needs to go, so I will not be repurchasing this. After that, in my empties collection, I have a Simple Sensitive Skin Experts Cleansing Facial Wipes. And I have these in my other two empties, I'm sure of it, because this was my ride or die sort of makeup removing cleansing cloth. However, the more I used it, the more I started to kind of dislike it. Maybe not dislike it, but not like it as much as I used to. I found that it didn't take off my makeup as much as it used to. The towelettes weren't as, and I hate this word, so forgive me, moist. They weren't as wet as before. Oh, I hate that word, but they weren't there. And low and, oh, my poor cat. She's so miserable. I hope you can't hear her. She's not miserable. She just wants attention. I've said this before. Moving on. I haven't gone out and purchased any more since this particular pack. I think I have another pack that still needs to be finished. Pack or two, I believe, that were gifted to me for like my birthday and Christmas and things like that. But this was the last pack that I went out and purchased by myself. And there's a very good chance that I will not be repurchasing these. However, I'm still kind of on the fence. I might keep using them. I don't know. I have this Ruffian Dressing Room Perfumed Nail Lacquer Remover Towelette. It came with one towelette. It's acetone free, and I got this in one of my Birch boxes. I got it with the Ruffian Nail Lacquer and Rosary, which is one of my all-time favorite nail polish colors. It's so good. The formula goes on so smooth. It's so long-lasting. I just love everything about it. So in conjunction with that, it came with this towelette, and it did a really good job of removing my nail polish. I was pleasantly surprised. And the scent was kind of strong, but it wasn't unpleasant. It wasn't something that I couldn't deal with. It wasn't a gross sort of smell. It was alright. It was alright. It was okay. But like I said, I probably will not be repurchasing these. But they were a good product, so don't be deterred. I also have this Anna Naturals Glowing Mama Walnut Face and Body Scrub, and I got this from my Beauty Box 5. It's hard to explain. Okay, so I started off liking it. It was really good. It was really gentle. I liked that it was natural and that it didn't have like the plastic beads that clog your drain and go into like the oceans and stuff. It was made of walnut, so it was organic material, so I felt really good about using this. It was gentle, so it didn't dry my skin out. It didn't irritate it. However, and this probably is not the product's fault. This is probably user error, but I'm just throwing that in there just in case it happened to you. It kind of got watered down, and the more towards the bottom it got, the less I liked using it. I felt that it wasn't really doing anything as far as exfoliating like it did when I first opened it, and it just kind of got more watery. So I'm so torn on if I would repurchase this. I feel like I would probably repurchase this after I used, like, I have so many face products to use. I don't know what has gotten into me when I bought all this stuff, but I have so much face stuff, and like I'm just slowly getting into skincare. Like, I found a holy grail face wash, and now I don't want to use anything else, so I have to force myself to use other things. Anyways, after I use all of my crap that I have, I might repurchase this if I remember it. But this is the Body Shop Body Butter in Strawberry. I got this in a little sampler kit that I got for my birthday last year. Speaking of, it's been like, according to YouTube, 10 months since I did my last empties. 10 months. So I'm gonna try and start doing empties more often, and maybe not necessarily having so many products in the empties at once. Do you know what I mean? And kind of breaking it up so that I have more. I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? Let me know in the comment section down below. As you can see, I used this completely up. Oh, it smelled so good. This and the Satsuma Sen are my favorites so far. I thoroughly enjoy them. I think they do a wonderful job of moisturizing my skin. They soak in right away. They don't leave an unpleasant texture on my skin, which is a big thing. I don't particularly like Bath & Body Works lotions because they leave a unsatisfactory feeling on my skin and my hands, and I just hate it. These don't do that. So I know everyone and their mother talks about these, but it's for a good reason. They're really good, so I would definitely repurchase this. The Island Margarita Candle from Bath & Body Works. I got the tiny version because I wasn't sure how I felt about it, and there was a sale going on, so I was like, okay, why not? And then when this was gone, I was so sad because this smells so freaking good. It is the scent of a classic poolside cocktail, notes of mandarin, sweet mango, and plum with a freshly salted rim. You guys probably saw in my last video I made before I took like a kind of break where it took me forever to film it because I just wasn't feeling YouTube for a bit. I don't know. I was feeling uninspired. Anyways, it was the last video that I filmed before I took that long break. I hauled this and I absolutely love this scent. This is one of my all-time favorite candle scents. I have one burning in the house right now out in the living room, and I have another one on stock. I absolutely love this. This is a seasonal scent, so you probably won't see this for another couple months because it is more on the fruity side, and those come out during the summer, but I will be repurchasing this, and I will always repurchase this. Alright, and that is it for my empties. If you guys want to see more frequent empties, leave a comment down below. Let me know that you guys like these. I personally like looking at people's trash because I feel like once the product is empty, that's when the real feelings happen. You have experienced the product fully and completely, and you don't have like I make first impression videos, so all you have is my first impression. But when you have them in the empties, you find out how I really feel about the product. Thank you guys for watching. I'm so out of shape filming. This is kind of embarrassing. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys very soon. Okay, bye.